Hey guys, my name is Made for Love, and this reading is called All About Your Person, where we kind of take a deep dive or receive messages about what's happening with your person or what's happening in their life. Now, in tarot, we are not allowed to spy on your person. What we're allowed to do is receive messages from spirit so that you can make informed decisions about your life. So whatever we're going to receive today, it's not anything that is being that we're taken by force. The universe is giving us messages. Okay, we're not allowed to spy. We're only allowed to receive information that fits into the infinite design of how this journey is to unfold for you and your person. All right. Okay, so let's get into this. The first thing we're going to do, general energies that your person is embodying at this time. And this is my emotional intelligence deck. Oh, and before I start this reading in earnest, Charlotte and I are offering a new course in November. It starts in November and it runs for 3 weeks, but not 3 consecutive weeks, 5 sessions. And what we are offering is an international certification program in twin energy healing. Now, we cannot heal a connection, but we can surely create an environment where a connection can continue on its healing path in terms of keeping it safe, keeping it grounded, keeping it protected, that kind of thing. And certainly we're going to be teaching you how to do twin checks, firstly on your own connection and then for others. So if it is that you really want to step onto your spiritual path, your healing path, your path of service, there's always room for persons who can do twin checks. So if you want to learn how to do that, that's what we're going to be doing. Now, we're only offering this course to persons who did introduction to twin flame energy workshop with us. You know, that 4-hour session that was supposed to be 2 hours. Right, so those that did that workshop with us, we're offering it, and it's by application because we are only accepting 40 students. Okay, so I will give you, if you're interested in that and you've not received your email as yet in your inbox, you're going to send me an email and I'll get that information to you. If you're interested and you didn't do intro to twin flame energy, you can also write me and we will see what we can work out. But it does not guarantee that you will get acceptance into this program. We're choosing 40 persons. Okay. All right. So underneath the deck, we have emotionally unavailable. And I feel a bit of reclusive vibe from this person. And as the energies unfold, we're going to find out why your person is kind of withdrawn. Ooh, at this time. Okay, well, Spirit is giving us a clue. They're disappointed. All right. Well, we're going to dive deep into that and see what they're disappointed about. Well, I don't have to. I got it. They're disappointed about how their life unfolded. Wherever your person is at right now, they never imagined that their life would be at that point. They imagined that they would be incredibly happy. They imagined that they would be incredibly successful. They imagined that they would be enjoying the external validation from all those around them. They imagined that they would be enjoying something peaceful, harmonious, but that is not how their life panned out. And it looks like whatever is happening, they feel like they have to withdraw into themselves to kind of protect themselves. I feel also that they might be disappointed, not just in their life. If your person's with a partner, they're kind of disappointed in that partner. Again, it didn't turn out how they thought it would be. The grass just wasn't greener. Or maybe it was greener, but they didn't realize that it was being fertilized by a lot of manure. You know, that kind of thing. So it looks like just disappointed in how everything panned out. Also disappointed in themselves because I feel like your person went against their better judgment and intuition in terms of the choices that they made. That's the energy that I'm feeling. We have jealous here. Okay, so they're jealous. And this spirit has been coming through nearly all the readings. So I feel like for some of you guys might be exploring other energies. Or this could be all in a person's head and they're making up a whole movie and a story. I'm going to pull some cards and then I'm going to see. We have haunted. Yeah, haunted by the past, haunted by their actions, haunted by their choices, because now they have to live with it, you know. And then we have kind. All right, this is interesting. So whatever is happening here has been a wake-up call for your person, and it's made them look at life and look at people in a very different way. Let's pull some cards on kind, because that's the card that doesn't flow with the other energies that are coming through. Let's have a look. But I feel like I'm getting the right storyline. I do think so. Oh, these cards aren't usually this rigid. What the hell? I think your person is trying to display the stiff upper lip at this time, you know. Making it that, you know, everything is all fine. Yeah, it's going to plan. It's like, this is exactly what I planned, but it's not, because they're ready to run. They're ready to move away. They're ready to move on from wherever it is that they're at. We have the Eight of Cups here. All right, let's see what's this kind card. We have Eight of Swords. You know how when you go through heartbreak, it makes you look at life and it makes it look at people differently. Like this birdie, he's getting a higher perspective because he's there on top of this Halloween pumpkin. And Halloween pumpkins always make me feel like, you know, nightmares, that kind of horror energy. So I feel like your person's looking at whatever heartbreak they're going through right now, from a higher perspective, and it is making them look at you differently, but making them look at life differently. And they're realizing that they kind of stunted their growth. They stunted their growth. They really played it small. And it's a very sobering moment for your person, because they are seeing that whatever they may have traded in you for or traded in their life for, it looks like it was toxic. It was less toxic. So this is someone, we're tapping into someone who is haunted by their past, haunted by the decisions, disappointed in themselves, disappointed in life, disappointed in, it looks like, a current partner, and feeling really jealous. Let's pull a card on jealous. We have Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is someone that wants to rush in and really talk to you, and they want to talk to you because Hangman. They want to talk to you because they want to express how they feel. But I feel this is also someone that wants to slow your roll. Okay? Maybe they see you rolling away from them. Right? They want to slow down that momentum that you have there. Okay? Especially if your role is moving towards someone else. Right? So they want to talk to you. I don't know if they want to give you crumbs. I'll pull another card. I don't know if they want to give you crumbs, so you just kind of slow down a bit. But they even kind of hung up on if they should do this, because they're not sure about how you're going to react to the things that they say. Okay? Queen of Cups. They want to be back in your energy. And I don't think it's about breadcrumbing this time. This is about them recognizing that you are their soulmate. Yes, you're out of their comfort zone, right? Stay safe card in reverse. You are out of their comfort zone. You are unlike anything that they have ever encountered. But that's very intriguing to your person. So they want to come back around. They want to get back into this reunion energy. But quite frankly, they don't know what they need to do or say that's going to make things all right. Because it could have been, you got a very heavy past. This is really heavy energies here. Some really heavy energies with your person. Okay? All right. Now, let's look at what they're healing. Now, remember, you're also watching this for yourself. Right? If you believe that this person's truly your twin or your higher level soulmate, and they're mirroring you, you're also watching this for yourself. Because the issues that they are powering through, you may also be powering through as well. So if your person is jealous, you might also be jealous too, you know? Right? All right, so what are they healing for themselves? And then we're going to look at what they're healing for their ancestral line after. Underneath the deck, we have perfect immunity. And perfect immunity is a card of healing. But look, it's a card 69. And 69 always reminds me of yin-yang energy. And it also reminds me of, that cancer symbol, right? So I think your person right now, they are focusing on nurturing their vessel, because your vessel is your home. Cancer is about the home, right? Right? They're focusing on your home. Your first home is your vessel, your body. So they're focusing on nurturing themselves, their body, but also getting in touch with their emotions, because they saw underneath the deck, this is someone who can be very prone to be emotionally cut off or emotionally distant and out of touch with how they're feeling. What are they healing for themselves right now? What are they healing? So I definitely get they're healing their body and trying to reconnect to their emotions. What else? What are they healing? We have a light. They are healing their connection with God, Creator. We have trees here, and trees are always about ancestors for me. Their connection with the ancestors, nature, creation, higher mind, higher consciousness, higher self. This is them reconnecting to the light. I feel, and it's a card number 77, and 77 is a number of the divine. 7 is a number of the divine, and we have it twice. So this is them. There's a forward momentum with them, and reconnecting to spirit, and it's about them also reconnecting to their truths and their higher truths about the world, the universe, and God, Goddess, Creator energy. I think this person's been on a journey to figure out what do they truly believe in terms of these existential things. And this is them making their way to their own truths. So this is an ascension journey. So what are they healing? They're healing their connection to source. I feel this is someone in the past who, I mean, people call it like spiritual suicide, where you disconnect from the Godhead, creator, right? You disconnect from creator. I think there's someone who may have disconnected from creator. Sometimes people go through a phase, especially after grief. So maybe a person lost someone, where we can either go deeper into our faith, or we kind of get a little beef with creator. Why did this happen? Why me? If it's so powerful, why would you allow this to happen to me? La, 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 la. And I think this is what happened to your person. Whatever tough times they may have gone through in the past, it made them distance themselves and really question whether there was creator energy. But this is them making their peace with creator, making their peace with the light, and really focusing on the light that's within them, and also their connection to source. Okay, so this is them really, this hermit, this is a journey of the hermit, about reconnecting to self and reconnecting to source. So maybe this person was even disconnected from self, because I'm feeling that kind of like a disassociation vibes. So it's about them reconnecting to their own light, but also reconnecting to source energy. What are they reconnecting? Why am I saying reconnecting? What are they healing for their ancestral line? Ooh. No, we have centering. Okay. And what I'm getting, and we do see someone here in quiet meditation. We do see that. But that's not what I'm getting with this card. With this card, I'm getting karma, because they're showing me scales being balanced like this, and then finally coming to a stop. So they are transmuting a lot of ancestral karma, and they're doing that by doing two things. One, we have card number 81. So vibration of 8. This is them standing in their power, standing in their spiritual power, standing up for themselves and setting healthy boundaries. So that's one. That's one way they're transmuting this ancestral karma. And 2, we have the vibration of 1, which is the vibration of the magician, which is about self-mastery, but also about masculine energy, and the function of masculine energy harnessing spiritual energy, and spiritual energy is also feminine. So it's about one, getting centered within themselves, balancing the masculine and feminine energies within them, and this balancing the masculine and feminine energies outside of them, which is their family. And I really feel that this is happening within them because 81 also is the vibration of 9. So this is a 9 of Pentacles energy, a 9 of Cups energy, where we are finding peace within ourselves. And maybe, because they're alone too, this is a masculine alone, and this is a feminine alone. Maybe they're also learning how to be alone and not lonely. Because I feel like maybe in the past, a lot of this person's decision making was centered around not being alone and not being lonely. Even if it's a very toxic situation, at least somebody is there with them in the toxicity, you know? That's the kind of vibes I get with this. So what are they balancing for themselves? The masculine and feminine energies within their ancestral line. And then this balances the generational ancestral karma that they have come to transmute. That's beautiful. That's beautiful energy. Okay. Let's see what is happening in their family dynamic. So if your person has their own family, right? They have children, who knows, maybe even a spouse, right? We're going to look at what's happening there. And if they don't, this is what's happening with their extended family, siblings, that kind of thing. Let's see how this energy of them transmuting this ancestral karma. Let's see what they're balancing exactly and how it's playing out in their 3D world. We have, you are just like your mother. Interesting. So I'm getting that the ancestral karma that they are transmuting is from both their mother and father's side. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have an auntie coming through. Listen, this auntie has been in nearly all of our readings for the past 2 weeks, and it's always a meddling auntie, right? And she's there underneath the deck again, and we have it and we have blackmail following here. So there's some sort of control that this auntie is trying to exert over your person. So this auntie, even though this auntie might be female in body, this auntie has a lot of masculine energy, distorted masculine energy, because they're trying to control a situation here. All right, so let's see what's going on. Oh, crap. All right, what's going on is a mess. Hold on. You know, it's like a house of cards, right? All fall down. That's the kind of energy they all fall down. All right. Let's see if Auntie come out underneath the deck again. All right, what's this? What happened at the funeral? So somebody may have transitioned, and this could be something that's happened in the present time, or there might have been some kind of big blow up at their last homegoing service. Because you know funerals have a way of bringing out the worst and best in people. All right, so interesting. We were talking about spiritual suicide, but we have suicide coming through here. We're going to take this broadly and let's say self-harm. And self-harm can take the form of so many different things in terms of like risky behaviors or keeping yourself in toxic circumstances. It's anything that is against the self, okay? We have a grandfather. We have Cain and Abel, and that always, gets me thinking about sibling rivalry. And then we have now, who touched you? So there's something here coming through about, looks like some kind of childhood sexual abuse coming through. Okay, so there's a lot of heavy energies coming through here. And I feel this is connected to what are they transmuting for their ancestral line. All right, so we have suicide, right? So harming the self, whether it's through staying in toxic relationships, it could be cutting yourself, it could definitely be suicidal ideation, making suicide attempts, that kind of thing, or just a lot of risky behaviors where you put yourself at risk. Those kind of adrenaline junkies, where you have to feel those kind of highs in order to feel alive. Okay, it could be all these different things, right? And it's also transmuting the emotions behind a decision to unalive yourself or harm yourself. So when it's depression, I often think that suicide is anger turned inward. A lot of guilt, shame. Though it's also transmuting the emotions that are behind the act or the thinking about the act. Okay, so that's what your person is doing. They're transmuting all these different emotions. There's something here about a grandfather energy, but I think that's an indication for us to know that a lot of these things, so we have suicide here, we also have a sibling rivalry here, and we also have some kind of childhood sexual abuse. This is all indication that this is something that's multi-generational. Okay, it's running in your person's lineage, and your person is what we would call the inherent heir, meaning they have been sent in order to transmute these energies. I'm still going to pull a card on grandfather, but I really believe this is what it is about. Now, this could definitely be ancestral energy guiding this, but that's not what I'm getting. I feel it represents all the generations. Now, remember, as you're watching this, you're also thinking about your family and your life, okay? We often think that all twin is or opposite. No, they mirror us exactly. Let's see this grandfather energy. We have a wheel of fortune, and this is where the karma is, right? The sins of the fathers. So in your person's life, and not the life, that's not what I want to say. In terms of what your person is aware of, they may be aware of a grandfather, but this is an indicator that it stretches way further than that. But in terms of your person's memory, this is as far as they get. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So your person was able to trace it as far back as a grandfather, but it's deeper than that. 10 of Pentacles in reverse is a card of divorce. It's also a card of operating in lack, but it's also a card of the dysfunctional family. Dysfunctional family patterns, toxic traits. So your person has been able to trace as far back as their grandfather, because that's what their memory, right? Or the memories that they can tap into by asking around family members, but it's even further than that. There's a lot of pain in this family, and a lot of imbalance. And your person was sent. We have 2 cards of karma here. We have Justice in reverse, and we have Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 2 cards of bad karma. So your person, they were sent to transmute all of this, and they're doing it. They're doing it. Okay. Let's see what they're experiencing on their twin flame or higher level soulmate journey at this time. What are they experiencing on their twin flame or higher level soulmate journey? We have feeling your emotions. So it looks like their psychic gifts are really opening up. And you, viewer, you are very heavy in their energy. Okay? They're feeling your energy really strongly at this time. Let's see what else is happening. In terms of their twin flame journey, we have Aries. Okay, Aries is a go-getter. Aries is the entrepreneur. But Aries is also the emperor. It's also the emperor. It's also Ace of Wands, which is very sexual energy. We have yearning, and just as we talked about the sexual energy, look, we have yearning. So they are really feeling connected to you. They are really missing you, and it is making them recognize who they are to you, and they're realizing that they are your counterpart. They know this. Yeah, they're experiencing so many synchronicities that they can't run from it anymore. They can't run from the truth anymore. It's just a big bombardment. Maybe what we saw, that they were smelling, they were feeling your emotions. So they're very conscious of you in that way. And maybe they will see your name on TV, on the newspaper, or on Facebook, or whatever it is, and then they go down the road and somebody mentions their name, or they might see the numbers. Everywhere they look, they are being bombarded by you and this journey. And we have blessings. So they think that you are an absolute blessing to their life. And I also think as they go through this journey, and as they do what they're meant to do, which is transmuting the karma and healing themselves, they're really seeing some big changes in their life. Slowly, but surely. Okay. So let's get a message from your person's higher self. Now, in the extended, what we're going to do, we're going to look at their thoughts and feelings with regard to you at this time. We're going to look at what they've realized about you and this connection. Although we're picking up some of it here, they know that you're their counterpart now. We're going to look at what are your person's priorities right now, and we're going to look at what advice they're getting from. Let's pick somebody from this calabash. All right, you will tell me when to stop. Okay, right here. All right, who's this? I'll pick this one. Who's this? All right, it's two, so we can look at two. And this one's kind of hanging out, so let's see. We're going to look at who they're getting. See, they come back here with spiritual advice. Remember, we got this last time? So your person's getting some spiritual advice. We're going to see what that is about. They're getting some advice from a co-worker, a work wife, work husband, work person. And they're getting advice from their partner. Now, this could be a business partner, but this, when I wrote it, was meant to be our love interest. Okay, so we're going to see what these three persons, what they're telling your person in terms of what to do about this connection. All right, so the Empress is fully in their energy. Okay, well, we saw that, but we're getting the confirmation. All right, so let's have a look. What does their higher self want you to know right now? Whoa. I am waiting for the right time to be transparent with you. Now, remember, we saw that Knight of Wands wanting to run. Sorry, why am I saying Knight of Wands? That Knight of Swords wanting to run in and talk to you. But they feel like timing is going to be important here. Okay? We have the Magician coming back again. Okay, so this is someone who's trying to master themselves. I think it might be someone who might be, I don't want to say dabbling, but might be experimenting and trying to see what's the limits on their spiritual power at this time. But they're fully embracing the spiritual power. And as I said, in fully embracing the spiritual power, we come back here with the Strength card. Okay, so this is someone, they ain't taking shit from other people. Right? If they were a pushover before, a people pleaser before, they're not doing that anymore. They're really showing this divine masculine energy. And remember, they don't have to be male in body. Okay? And we have Judgment. So Judgment for me is also always a card of awakening. But this is also them balancing the scales. And we saw a lot of that come up in this reading. So your person is really focused on themselves. And they can't help but be focused on you because they've been bombarded by you. But they're doing what they came here to do, which is primarily to balance karma, both their personal karma and ancestral karma, and really grow, really master themselves, really master themselves, their spiritual self, their physical self, because we saw them, healing their body and mastering their emotions, mastering their physical world, right? So they are on the journey of self-mastery right now, and you should be very proud of them because they are doing the work. So if this feels like what you're already getting in your energy, join me in extended. Well, let's look at their thoughts and feelings, what they've realized. Let's see what's this advice that they keep getting, especially this spiritual advice that came out last time. And the karmic came out last time. So let's see what they have to say this time. Okay? My loves, that was your reading. I hope that was helpful. If you're able, join me in extended. If not, please, your likes, shares, subscribes, clicking on the ads, they all help with the algorithm and they help our community grow and expand. And I appreciate you. Take care.